back at Daytona. We're here for the pre-test to the 24-hour race.
Daytona is very unique, especially with the banking. That's why we come here testing, because it's such high speed and low drag. Requires a special setup.
Optimize all the time on track, that's the most important, and work all together. We have a lot of work in front of us.
Start of a new season, we have 2 new cars on track, the GT4 Club Sports in Michelin Cup Challenge, and also our new GT3 R, without forgetting our 2 RSR running in GTLM.
Exciting to have my first laps in the new GT3 R. So far it's been really nice, a lot more aero, very easy to turn on the infield, and quick on the straights. We need all of that at Daytona, but ultimately we're counting on Porsche's reliability.
It's great. I mean, the feeling I have here is always high. I'm really excited to be here in Daytona with the new GT3 R.
I'm extremely excited to take delivery of the GT4 Club Sport. I can't believe this moment is here. Actually a lifelong dream to be able to take delivery of a car like this and race it at Daytona.
It's always difficult to balance a car on this track, just to be sure everything works perfectly, all the program, all the setup in the car.
The car is very different here to what we normally run with. There's lots of straight sections here at the high banks of Daytona, so the car is running really low downforce. It means we've got a lot less grip, but we also approach the braking zones at a lot higher speed.
It's always a question of compromise. That's why we need to learn a lot this weekend to arrive as strong as possible for the race.
We're getting through all the objectives that we have for this weekend, so I think we're well prepared. All out all the cobwebs before we come back for the 24.
The first race of the season is the biggest race of the season.
Porsche has some business to finish around here, so we're going to go and do our best to get the Rolex and bring home the victory.
When the garage doors opened and I looked at those cars in the Brumos livery, it was an extremely emotional period. It's kind of a roller coaster of emotions when you see that iconic brand on the factory cars, and that's a big honor for us.
When I was a kid, I was watching the Brumos car here, especially at Daytona, is something special.
So Patrick and I have both done retro liveried helmets.
I'm really proud to wear this color.
The 59 car is the car that Peter, Greg, and myself used to win this race in 1973, our first win here at Daytona.
They have a lot of success with this livery, so now we have to try to make another success.
Daytona is a classic race. The history and the kudos that goes with winning it means it's on everybody's list. We have 3 practice sessions and the qualifying. It's quite an important day because it sets the grid for the race on Saturday afternoon.
Everybody works really hard during the last 2 weeks to prepare this event, and now we have to be focused from lap 1 until the end of the practice.
Preparation is key for the race. Up to now, everything is working well. We'll focus on getting a good car for the race and just do as good as we can in qualifying.
The brand new Porsche 911 GT3 R. It's been performing really well. For each session we've made good gains and looking forward to the race.
New car should be good. It's very competitive in GT3. But ultimately we want to be there at the end on the lead lap and fight when the sun comes up on the second day.
Every driver would like to put his name on the victory of 24 hours of Daytona. Competition is tough. That's why it's important to try to keep everything in one piece and to be there for the final rush with a really good car.
Qualifying in our car didn't go so well. Obviously it was mega for 911 Porsche that they managed to grab the pole.
Good job from Nick. It was a mega lap. Really confident and happy to achieve the first pole of the season.
We had a really good qualifying session. Obviously we ended up fastest, which is great to be there, but obviously it's a very long race. Really happy. It was good teamwork, good tactics. We're in a great position to start the race. We're looking forward to a good battle.
It's race day. It's amazing. We've got such a huge crowd here at Daytona.
It's always a pleasure to be here. We get a lot of support. People love the brand, especially in US.
It's just nice to feel this atmosphere, to be surrounded by people that love racing. This is why we love this sport.
Daytona is a big moment in the season, and for sure we want to do it well.
I think we've got a great car. I mean, the Porsches have been performing great all week. The team's well prepped. So now we just got to hit our marks.
We start the race at the front. If we can stay there for the duration, that would be a dream. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. The race started well. We had a good fight with the Corvette. We're looking good, currently P3, so race is going well.
We had a couple of issues earlier in the race. We lost about 3 to 4 laps to the class leader. We try now to push very hard and try to come back.
Looking to our customers in GTD, Park Place is running in P4, which is great for us.
We had a splitter issue early on in the race where we lost 3 laps. The last 2 hours we managed to recover 2, so only 1 more behind. We still have 20 hours to go, so I hope we can catch up a bit more.
Going into the night with P1.
With 911, everything is going perfectly. We are in lead and looking forward to the rest of the race.
Earlier there was the fireworks on track, so that's always pretty cool to see. We can see that around the track there is still a lot of fans doing barbecue and stuff. So yeah, the atmosphere is great. We're now near halfway the race. We're P1. Everything is going well. We came back from the 5 laps down.
For the moment, there's no issues. The car is running well. It's quite tricky with the condition, with the tire grip. It's changing quite a lot.
Middle of the night and we're running first and second. Nobody's out of the race. It's getting really interesting. Looking ahead to the morning, we don't know what's going to happen with the weather. There's a potential for rain.
As expected, around 5 o'clock the rain was coming. In the end, the key will be to try to stay out of trouble and survive this time of the race and see how it goes.
At that moment it's 7:30. The conditions are tricky with a lot of standing water. When the conditions are undrivable, normally we put the red flag. At that moment, both Porsche run for the 912 on P2 and for us in P4.
The conditions are terrible. Yeah, I cannot avoid the crash, but the mechanics repair the car really quick. Unfortunately, we lose 2 laps. We'll see until the end. With this condition, everything can happen.
The car finished in 3rd position for 912 and 911 finished 5th.
It's great to be on the podium. I mean, we were up and down. At the beginning we thought we might be out, but we just kept digging and digging.
3rd place is nice, good points for championship, good for the team.
The rain was really a dangerous condition. I think we can be really proud of our drivers. At the end they were fighting like hell in order to keep the car on track. Next time we will go on the top spot.
Tu opinión nos interesa. Si tienes algo que decirnos, envíanos un mail. Esperamos tus sugerencias.